Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I don't know where that.
Hi, everybody.
I'm like, where did this come from? I keep forgetting about this stupid other majiggy. But I'm solo tonight. My partner in crime can't be here. She has other obligations, and I'm trying. Please bear with me because I'm still having some pulmonary issues that I have to deal with. So I have to take kind of pauses, and I can't really push myself. Hi, Naked Firefly and Steven. And of course, I just I took the last bite of a sandwich, so I'm still like chewing, so forgive me. I was starving. I hadn't really eaten either. I hadn't been able to eat. So anyway, we're not going to go into all my crazy. Let me see. So let me know you're here if you're watching, if you're on there, and even if you're lurking, just let me know you're here. You don't have to really participate if you don't want to. Trust me, I understand. And let me know what you're working on, because tonight our focus is, WIPs, works in progress. So forgive me. I'm so sorry. Okay. And for some reason, I'm a little nervous, and I don't know why. I think you all know that I've been incredibly sick. So trying to get back into the swing of things has been a little difficult this time, and that's not normally me. Like, I'm used to being sick, but this one kind of really took the wind out of my sails. So let me know what you're working on, where you're at, what you're thinking about, what your thought processes are for today. Me, I'm going to be doing some proofing. I printed out my my book Shattered, the first book of the Glass Corridor trilogy. And this is like the first 4 chapters of it. I have 3 binders. So I'm gonna proof tonight. I couldn't no matter how many times I tried to do it on the computer, I just kept missing stuff. I don't know. I think my eyes just got used to it. So what I did was, and I don't remember who said this, but it was somewhere, somebody's channel, and they said, print your book out in a weirder font, that's something that you're not used to looking at, and then maybe you'll be able to see it a little more. And it worked. Like, I got through the first couple chapters, and I'm catching all kinds of shit I can't believe I missed. Like 3rd grade shit. Like, wow, girl. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Let me see if I can switch over. Hi, Sky. Yeah, I am feeling better. I'm just not feeling good. And I'm being conscious of not pushing myself. Rule number 1, because all that's going to get me is back in the hospital. Okay, so Naked Firefly. What is your name? So I don't have to keep calling you Naked. You're editing your romance novel. Oh, what's your title? What's your title? And Stephen, you said you're working on world building for your single mom contemporary fantasy. You go, boy. I'm loving that. Because you need a break. What are you talking about? I took, I think, a 3-week break from doing a rewrite once, and almost wrote an entire another book because I was so done with even trying to do any rewrites. I feel you. I feel you on that. So I'm just going to pretend that your single mom contemporary fantasy is all about me. Don't pay me no mind. I'm clowning today. So I'm going to go, let's see. Rather than hold everything up. And I am going to have a harder time keeping track of time because I don't have a tracker. Well, I may have one on my phone, but I'm very blind, so I don't know how to use it. So I'll try to be aware. We're going to do 20-minute sprints. So we're going to do 3 20-minute sprints. That gives us a solid hour worth of writing and some other time for talking. So the first question that we're going to do for our works in progress questions is, how long does it take for you to draft an outline, guide, concept, or whatever you use before you dive into your writing? Because I know some pantsers don't do dedicated outlines, but still some notes and stuff float around or whatever. Well, however long does it take before you do when you're jumping in and hitting your meat and potatoes? And I realized that every book is different. So this question is general, like how long does it usually take you? For me, to do my outline, it doesn't take me longer than a day to do an outline. It doesn't take me a day. It takes me a couple of hours. But that's because by the time I'm writing my outline, I've worked so much stuff in my head trying to figure out stuff and puzzling things. And actually, let me go back a little bit. What I do is, when I get the idea, the story idea, I write that down immediately. And then I just start writing whatever comes to me. It could be random. It can end up not even being in the final work. But I do that. And then once I run out of steam a little, I start working on characters and I start figuring out who's going to be what, who's doing what, where, that sort of thing. I'll work on characters. Then I'll start throwing shit at the characters in my mind. Well, let's make her afraid of dogs. Let's make his favorite color orange. Let's do this. And now let's throw him here and blah, 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 based on the original idea that I was getting. Once I do all that and I have a pretty good idea of the story I want to now tell, I start the outline. And the way I do my outlines is just, I have this thing called the and then method. And so I have the beginning. I always know how my book is going to end by the time I'm doing the outline. Not when I first get the idea, but by the time I'm at the outline. And I just do whatever I can in chronological order. Lots of times there are gaps because you don't have everything, but that's what I do. And again, that takes me a couple hours, give or take. The longest I think I ever took doing an outline probably was like 4 hours with breaks and stuff. And that was because I literally knew everything that was going to go down in that bloody book. Literally, I was like, oh yeah, and this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And in my outlines, the way I break it up, I don't do, because I hear people talk about, oh, it's like you're rewriting the whole book and this is happening. I'm like, why am I going to write the book twice? I'm like, if your outline is like you wrote the book twice, your outline is that's too much. I'll literally use a couple of words, a sentence at the most for each scene. Like Aaliyah's first day, because I know what that entails. I don't have to write the details of that. And then I'll go into whatever's happening next, whatever scene is happening next. I think Shattered, by the time I was done, had 86 scenes. So I had 86 little bullets. 1 page. That was it. That's how I roll. So that's how long it takes me, about a day after I do all the dumping. The dumping, that could be anything from, I think I wrote a whole screenplay once in 30 days. And then I had another screenplay that took 2 years. So that shit can vary. But the outlining process, not even a day. Let me go check the chat to see who's saying what. And again, bear with me because I can't see. Y'all know my Clark Kents are fake, right? Let's see. Shannon, you made it. All right. Let's see. And Stewie, all right, my man. So I'm going to read what yours says, Shannon. My current working process took me a few days and on of work to outline, but forgive me, I hit about the halfway point, I started the second draft and an extra day to outline it. You know, that's a good point. Because my initial outline always changes. But even before I get to my second draft, that first outline can be altered. Because once you actually start writing and then you realize, oh, well, that scene that you thought was going to go here can't really go here, or you can't use it at all, or you need something else. So that happens. But I include that part in the process of the first draft, because when I finish the first draft, I do a new outline and I use the draft itself as the blueprint for the new outline, so I know where everything already is and what else needs to happen. That goes even faster. Let's see, Sky, you said it takes you 1 to 2 days to do an outline. Yeah, we're similar with that. Let's see. Your current one took a day. Yeah, mine usually, like I said, I mean, I also had to write them while I was at work or dealing with the babies or whatever else was going on. I really believe that, no, I know for a fact, the last outline that I wrote took me about 2 hours, but that was no interruption, straight 2 hours. Cass! Hey, girl! What's up? Okay, let me see. Steven. I get so excited when I see your name, Castiel. Castiel. See, Steven. Takes you a few weeks to figure out the basics of your characters, world, plot, etc. Before you start the outline, it takes you a few hours to do the outline itself. Yeah. My outlines are brief, about a few sentences per scene. Yeah. And I really wish people would understand that, because I've been watching so many videos of people are just complaining about doing outlines, and I do understand not wanting to and feeling like you don't need one, but some of the reasoning I just couldn't get behind. Don't tell me that you have a 20-page outline. My man, that's a synopsis. That's not an outline. That's a big difference. If you wrote 20 pages, I mean, I think for one of my scripts, I had a 12-page synopsis, and that was literally each scene being a paragraph. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. I mean, you can do it if you want to. Some people do like it, but don't consider it an outline, because then you're going to just get overwhelmed. Dana. Yeah. It's great to be back. I'm back. I'm slow. I'm still having breathing issues, but I'm a very good patient. I listen to my doctor. So you'll hear me being a little breathy, but I am taking my time. Hi, Rita. Oh, Cash, you're funny. You feel special. You are special. I adore you. Let's see. You said you haven't written anything in a while. But you know what? Didn't I see something where you said that you just finished another draft or something, and you were going out? We celebrate that. That's amazing, girl. Take a break. Danny. Hey, I'm breathing. Let's see, everyone. Yeah, I think everybody's getting a turn with the not feeling well kind of thing. But you did the right thing. If you don't feel well, you got to pull back a little bit. Trust me, I know. Feel better. Please feel better. I need my partner in crime, and I'll stop shaking. My hands are a little shaky. So not me. Let's see. You said I do a small paragraph per scene in my outline. Well, one chapter outline point, 2005 words for a long effing scene. Now, let me tell you something about that. I wish I had one of mine available to show you. The only time that you'll see me more than like a sentence, excuse me, and I'm talking about a fragmented, itty bitty, see, dig, run type sentence, literally just enough for me to know what I'm going to write about next. Like I literally have one of my sentences, they kissed, and I knew that was a big scene of meeting, greeting, kissing, and maybe doing some other stuff, but all I wrote was they kissed. If I feel like I'm going to miss a particular detail, then I will add that in. And I've only had to do that a couple times with my more romance stories, because there are nuances I don't want to miss trying to hurry up and get to the next scene. Not that I do that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to miss something and then go back and like, oh, what the fuck did I do? So I'm sorry. Give me a second. What was I saying? Oh, so I will put details when I need details, but I usually get myself to the point where I know I title my scenes, if that makes sense. I title them, that way I know what's happening in the scene. And it could be something as much as the way we do it in film. If you leave the room, it's a new scene. So if you have a different setting, it's a new scene. So sometimes I literally could have a scene where I have a character who's just sitting in her bedroom chilling, and that's like 2 seconds. That might only be a friggin' paragraph on a page before you're going into another scene, but I will put that in the outline as whatever the hell I need to say for it. Oh, okay, you're going back to bed. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Danny. I appreciate it so much. Talk to you later. Go watch some Korean soap operas and feel better. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm caught up on chat. Let me see what time it is. It's 8:46. So, I'm not even going to try to do this perfectly because we started at 8:30. So at let's just say at 8:50, we'll go to 9:10 and knock some words out, or do some editing, or work on books about me. Single mom in the big city, but you get to have a fantasy. Oh, can Orlando Bloom be in the fantasy? I'm just saying. I'm okay. All right. Where are my markers? I think I did these already. Oh, and this isn't the cover, by the way, guys. I just put this in because I just wanted to fantasize that I had a book cover. I will be doing a book cover reveal soon. And and just so you guys know, I gotta do something because I hit 200 followers like 3 months before I thought that would even happen. And the 200th person was my Octotube daughter. Hit it on the 200, on the head. So I got to do something. If you guys have any ideas of what I can do to celebrate that in a way that's like for my fans or for followers or for whatever, for people who like me or could want something, I need ideas because I want to do something for everybody else. Let's see. Let's see. I've been Boys Over Flowers. Sky. I think I watched the whole damn thing in 2 days. Don't get me started. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I'm so surprised about this. Like, my channel is still a baby. I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. And as far as the channel goes, I like writing, but and I have to put my school teacher hat on for the next couple videos because I want to actually do something that helps people. Wait a minute. I don't want to get too far here. We're okay. So, and yeah, in case people didn't know, like I taught um, school for like 30 years. Um, I did mainly, what do you call it? Substitute, and then I went on and got certifications and started working with people who were differently challenged. So that was my thing, and English was my favorite thing. Don't let my writing fool you. I do actually speak English pretty well. So yeah, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I want to do something. I want to do something. Sky, I couldn't watch it in 2 days. My eyes suck, and I have to read subtitles. I feel you. My television, in fact, like I have a TV that's my screen for me to do to work on my computer, and then my television is as big as the damn wall, and people think, oh, you're just trying to be so extravagant. No, a bitch is blind. There's nothing I could do. Okay, so it's 8:50. For anybody else who hasn't answered the questions are already in the description. So you can go look at them ahead of time so you can be prepared for when we come back. But right now, let's get some writing, editing, planning, outlining. Let's do this. I'm still here. I'm just going to mute my mic because y'all don't need to hear me making all the noise that I make. Okay? 10 after. Okay, guys, that's time. How'd you all do? I I think I did 5 pages. Oh my God, the mistakes. They're so damn amateurish. I'm so ashamed. Let me switch over and see if I can get to the chat. Can you guys hear me? I think I clicked it right. Yeah, let's see. Stewie, you got 432 words. I have, man, I think I did that once during a sprint. I mean, I can type fast and I can do lots of words, but I can't seem to do it during the sprints. I edit better doing sprints and plan better during the sprints, but for some reason, I can't get really good word counts. I get good words though, so it does work out great because I get some real good juicy shit done. Let's see, cash 256. Wow. Sky, you're making progress, but it feels like you're not. It always feels like you're not until you look back and go, well, damn. I used to tell all my students that if you wrote only one page a day, in a year you have 365 pages. And so maybe that first day you don't feel like you have anything. But that last day you're like, wow. I'm a firm believer in, I swear, if you did 3 words in a day, you have 3 words more than you had before. And I don't even mean that corny. I mean, legit, you didn't have those 3 words the previous time. So it's fucking awesome. Let's see. You figured out this is Cass. No, Steven. Forgive me. Figured out the name of the main country. Plus started figuring out the character's name. Yeah. See, I love doing it. That's the fun part for me. I love that part. And Cass, you figured out a good start for your new novel, which you were having trouble with. See? Awesome. Y'all are killing it. So Naked, you have to rewrite an entire chapter. Why? What happened that you have to rewrite the entire chapter, and that you have to rewrite the entire chapter? Oh my God. And these sprints are about the only time. See, if that's the only time you get to write, I see why you're killing it and you are crushing it. Hey, Great Pride. What's up? Your girl is in here trying to get through this. I was so incredibly sad and lonely without you guys. And I know that makes me sound pathetic, but I really, really miss being able to hang out. And I may still be kind of MIA for a little while. But yeah, I just want y'all to know that you guys, I just love you guys so much. So let's see. Let's get to. We're all like ridiculously different. Our opinions don't match, and it's still so fucking awesome. I love it. So let's do question number 2. How much time do you give yourself to complete a first draft? And what I mean by that, because some people don't even give themselves like, hey, I want to start in May, I want to be finished in October kind of thing. Some people don't do that. They just go with how they're doing it, which is what I did the majority of my life. But I think like when I hit I want to say my late 40s, I realized that didn't work for me. I needed to have a dedicated, editors on your ass. This has to be turned in by X way kind of thought process in order to actually get the shit done. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I was writing every single day, but I didn't have anything done or anything even close to being done because I would hop to another idea and write that out 70% and then go, oh shit, and jump to another one. But once I decided that, not that I couldn't do that because I still hop, but if I hop, I do not let that be a reason to not finish what I was currently working on. So what I do now is I break my outline down depending on how many scenes are in it. For example, like I said, I think Shattered had 86 scenes. And I half everything, then I half it again, and I half it again. And however they fall, those sections, I give those sections a month no matter what they are. So I think, let me see. I want to say I gave Shattered 5 months. I think it was 5 months to write the whole thing out. And that was just based on the outline, not based on whether or not I thought I was going to actually do it, but based on the outline. I had this many scenes to write this month and so on and so forth for 5 months. So however many that fell in there, because don't make me do math. I can't breathe. I don't feel like doing math too. And that friggin' worked for me. That really worked. On top of that, I was ahead of schedule because I did that. Now, I did pad my time a little bit. I gave myself enough time, taking into consideration that I may have to take a day off or something may come in and say, oh, well, I didn't get any writing done that day. I incorporated that kind of stuff. I looked at it sort of like a 5-day work week, even though I planned to work all 7. If I missed 2, then I didn't kill myself over that. I think during the entire time, I may have missed 2 days total. I am a beast when it comes down to sticking to writing every day. But at the same time, I don't beat myself up if I don't. I think it's really important for people to not punish themselves for not achieving their plan 100% of how they want to do it. As long as you're pushing forward. So in general, it takes me about 5 months to get a first draft done. I know that's long for some people and short for others. It takes me another month after the first draft. So another month to do a second draft. So 6 months in, I can have my second draft done. So that's how long. And I give myself, like I said, I break it up. I try to keep it where I'm not going over 5 months to do it. I've written stuff way quicker and stuff has taken way longer, but that's kind of my sweet spot. Let's see. I'm going to check chat. Let me go up a little bit because I couldn't. Oh, I'm so used to Danny reading this stuff. It's so hard for me to see it. I changed my screen to where it's dark. So now only thing I have coming forward towards me are white lettering, and that seems to work a little better. Oh, okay, Sarah. I see you. You guys, I missed you. You have no idea. And yeah, I'm feeling this. Yesterday, I think I had a breakthrough where I was able to like cross a room without needing to sit down. And it's so frustrating because I'm not tired. I have all this energy, but my lungs just don't work. So you would like, you know how they some people just they get out of breath from exertion, or if you've ever been out of breath for exertion, just imagine like your lungs just freaking out because you decided that you needed to walk to the bathroom. So, and then they can freak out to the point where you end up back in the hospital all tubed up and all kinds of crap, all kinds of torture. So yesterday really was kind of amazing. Like I think I got a little bit of a setback today, but not dramatic. Like I was able to make something to eat, like for myself. It sounds so pathetic, but it will get better. It will balance itself back out and be a normal person again, as normal as you can be with pulmonary issues. And I don't know if I ever said I think you all know that I'm asthmatic, and that's basically what set things off. I had a really severe asthmatic attack, but I have COPD, so that didn't help. So all that got exacerbated, and yeah, it was crazy. I won't bore you with the gory details. Let's see, Sky, you said you were trying to do a draft in a month, but notice that you write first draft in 1 to 2 months. And let's see, I have to write fast or I'll get bored and move to. See, I'm like that. I don't get bored, but what'll happen to me is somewhere, it could be anything, but usually while I'm writing, an idea for something else will spin off from it, not necessarily connected to the work that I'm writing, but it'll be something. I'll say or write something and go, oh yeah, that'd be good. And think I'm just off in another damn world, literally off in another damn world. So, but yeah, I feel you on that. I do. I don't think that. Yeah, 5 months is still kind of my sweet spot to get that first draft done. But I also like, I also got to the point where my first drafts are a little cleaner than they used to be, if that makes any sense. Whereas I could have been writing like 5 drafts of something. Now I do 2 and then possibly a third one through. Usually don't need the third one unless I purposely, for some of my stories, I will leave out a lot of stuff that I know I have to go and put in because it's just too heavy for me to do at one time. If I have a heavy story and then that heavy story has a heavy subplot, sometimes I will pull that. I do not recommend it, but I do it because it's just hard on me emotionally to write so much at one time, not because it'd be physically hard to do. Sarah, you worked at a nursing home for 8 years. I'm very familiar with COPD and asthma. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes, thank you. Cass, I've been writing during the chat, so I missed a lot. But I miss you too, Sarah. Yeah, it was pretty scary. I didn't think I was coming home, to be honest with you. And the doctors weren't feeling too great about my progress. So it was really scary, you know, when the doctors are in there and they want to hold your hands and they start talking to you about, you know, do your children know what you want? And I have a do not, like, they're not allowed to intubate me, if y'all know what that means. And so I tell them that they can do anything they want to me except intubate. If I get to the point where it's that bad, I tell them they have to let me go. Because I watched my mom go through it. My sister's 11 years older than me. She has COPD as well. I mean, our lungs don't work in our family. And it's just horrifying. And I don't care. I'm scared enough that I'm willing to say bye-bye before I let them do that to me. That's just my thing. My kids are already good with it. Everybody knows. Well, everybody's not good with it, but my kids are. They understand. So it was bad. It was bad. Sarah, let's see. Yeah. You said you'll have no clean drafts. I didn't claim that it was clean, but they are cleaner than they used to be. Great Fry, what is a clean draft? Are you asking me serious? Because I see LOL at the end. Just in case you're being serious, it's just that I used to just do a if my story was, and then she walked into the room, and then they went over there to the side, and then they were kissing, and then he said he had to go, and then so that is not clean, but it was still everything I wanted to say, and then I would go back and write it better, and then better after that. Now I automatically go into the better, and then I get it to my editor, and then get it back, and then make it much better. But yeah, it's never like, if that was the case, this one I have right, I'm sorry, the one I have in my hand right now isn't nearly as clean as it could be. It's like I'm half ashamed because some of the mistakes that I'm finding really are C. Dick and Run mistakes. I would have caught it had it been anybody else's book. Like if someone gave it to me to edit, I'd have caught that shit. But the fact that I didn't catch it on me kind of pissed me off, actually. Let's see, Dana. I think the clean part is about the sexy stuff. My sexy stuff, I shared my smutty stuff with you all, but I haven't really shared my sexy stuff. I think my sexy stuff is cleaner. I think because I think about the words a little more because they're sensual, that those drafts actually are cleaner than all of the smutty ones, with all those nasty P words. Trust me, it's hard for me to even like for encounters, for instance. Encounters was ridiculously smutty. So I use words that I'm glad I'm brown, that you can't see like what color my cheeks turn when I type them. And then like I'm typing and then I'm editing and I'm looking over my shoulder and making sure no one's watching. Like, did she just say that? Oh my God, like, did she just do that? So, yeah, I am a weird kind of freak, I guess. Oh, yeah. No, that was crazy. Let's see. No, it was joking. I thought you were joking because I saw the LOL, but I was like, let me just in case. My girl, word vomit. My first draft used to be horrible. Let me give you a better example. What I do with the kids, I have a little writers group with little teeny like elementary school kids, and I transcribe because they get caught up in trying to write their story. So I transcribe for them at first, and so I tell them literally just say whatever, and if your story starts on the playground, what's happening? And then they'll go, well, and Mikey said that he wanted to go get a cheeseburger. And no matter what they say, I write that down. That's how my first draft used to look. Literally like an elementary school kid did it off the top of their head. It really did. Sarah, my husband's advanced directives are, if you think there is the possibility that a single cell of a single one of my nails can make it, plug me in. I love it. I swear I have to use that in something, Sarah. I got to. If you think a single cell, yeah, I got to. Can I please have that? No, I told them, I said, y'all can get a buzzsaw, cut my chest open, grab my heart and squeeze and do whatever, all this. Do not put a tube down my throat to breathe for me. That's where I draw the line. And you would think that I wouldn't be because of my breathing problems, but this time was so bad. They had like 5 different doctors come in, and they were like, well, we think that it'll be a good idea because it'll give you a chance to rest. And I fully understand that it would. I'm like, I can't. I just let me do it or let me go. Let's see. I swear that I can actually see somebody saying that is just so like, you do whatever. Make me bionic. Fucking damn it. Dana, like, oh, I see. Let's see. Dana, I get that. I write those that sense alone typically in the middle of the, I know, right, because I'm just girl. I'm so crazy. Uh I'm so crazy. So did we wait a minute? Yeah, we did that. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. Let's just go for it, guys. 20 more minutes. See you in 10 of. That was almost perfect. That was almost too perfect. Okay. Excuse me. We're back. How'd everybody do? I I can't tell for sure. I forgot where I started, but I think I got like 4 pages. Found a lot of shit on these 4 pages. Not necessarily mistakes. I found some mistakes, but more like um stuff I want to change that I could say better than I originally did. So, what did everybody else end up with? I'm at a minute 54, but the new YouTuber videos are hella short. Yeah, those are short, but those are like awesome. Like I find so many new people channels just through that alone. So I mean, that's like the coolest thing ever that you do. I love it. Sky finished the 2 character sheets I wanted to do. They are officially. You did 2 character sheets in 20 minutes. You go. Now worked on a couple of other articles. Stewie, 435 words. I swear you need to write my book for me. 435 words. Right. Is this something that you're rewriting or reworking, Stewie, or is this something brand new? Because I'm curious as to how long the novel that you're working on right now, how long it is, or how long it is so far, like how far into it you are. Cassie, 774 words for the total nights of fight. You go, sister. Shoot, you might make it to a grand before we're done. We have one more to do. Sky, you said you're flip flopping between the 2 characters. Girl, in 20 minutes, I probably, on a good day, get one of them done. I am really slow, I'm realizing now. It's the first draft of the second book. Okay. So, how deep are you in? How many chapters? And do you have it where your book is 27 chapters and you got 10 done kind of thing? I'm just curious. I'm nosy. The total book at this point is 23K, or that's how long it's going to be? Most of my books are really long. I'm they're really long. I have the Encounters, which is a novella. It is short, but it's twice as long as I planned on it being. I don't know what's wrong with me. I would give my eye teeth to be able to tell a really good story, really good short story. I do not have what it takes. I know that I don't. Excuse me. I'm gonna that's something I am gonna work on. Like I want to get better at that. Not that I'll ever really be a short story writer, but I want to be able to do it. So okay, so you're working on chapter 23 of 52. Gotcha. Gotcha. See, I'm just nosy. I have so far to go, and I'm working on a new outline for something that is probably not going to be as long by any means as Shattered is, but still going to be, like 50, 60,000 words. All right, let's do question number 3. This is the final question for tonight. How many cycles do you go through before you feel like you are done? And by cycles, I mean whatever yours are. Some people don't have critique partners and beta readers and editors. Some people, they just have themselves, and other people have everything I mentioned and a slew of others. But how many steps do you go through? For me, I usually do my second draft before I show it to anybody outside of my alpha. My alpha, poor thing, has to go through the first draft with me as I go. I do a chapter. I give that chapter to my alpha while I'm working on the next chapter and so on and so forth. And what she does is she gives me, this isn't about editing or correcting. She's just giving me notes on whether she likes it, how it's flowing, that sort of thing. Totally for story, the alpha. If she sees typos and shit like that, that is not of concern because I know me. It's going to be typos and crap. I don't give a fuck about that. But the second draft, which my alpha goes through with me as well. So that's the next stage. When I complete that is when I go to my betas. I give the betas the second draft. And for me, what I consider my second draft is not so much that it's ready to be published because it still would have to be edited. But when I know I am done telling the story, everything in the story that I planned on saying, barring somebody finding a major plot hole or something like that. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is a story. This is what I want to do. That goes to my betas. So I have a beta stage. When I get back my notes from my betas and I have a really, I have a specific form that I give my betas as we go because we do it literally chapter by chapter. And they answer pretty much the same questions for every chapter plus what anything they want to add to it. And I get all that back. And when I notice that 7 different people from 7 different walks and 7 different likes are saying the same thing, then I realize there's something in my manuscript that I might need to address. So after that beta stage, I go back to my draft, change, fix, alter, whatever I'm going to do with it. If I do anything, that's the next thing that I do, the next cycle. And then I give it to my editor. Then my editor tears me apart because he hates the fact that I don't use commas the way he thinks I should use them. And I want to be clear on that. I fully understand how to use commas. I just don't agree with all the comma laws, so I don't obey them. And I don't care. It is my style, and I'm not changing my style. Even though technically, okay, not technically, even though he is correct. I underuse. I don't overuse. I really hate overuses. But I do underuse, and I don't care. They aren't mistakes, even though when they aren't mistakes on my part. I know that I'm underusing, but my editor will still fix it. I just take them back out. And I just pay attention to all the other stuff that got edited that was corrected or whatever. I have a problem with misusing idioms too. I don't know. I have a perfect editor. Okay, so I got it back from my editor. I then make the cleanest manuscript from that point on. And anything that I'm going to do at that point, it gets done. It is now written in stone. And then I give it back to people to proof. Because even with all that, you can still have a typo or, you can still miss stuff. And during all the beta stuff, they weren't looking for anything like that. Their whole point was story. With the exception of, I do tell them, if you come across the same mistake over and over again, and that ain't me having a typo. That's me being a dummy. So every time you go through and you see that I spelled classic wrong, as opposed to, it's not a typo at that point. You can point that out. But other than that, they're not doing that. So now I got it back from it being proofed. It gets formatted. It becomes a book. Those are my cycles. Seems like a lot, but all that happens within, at the most, 3 months because of getting stuff back, and people are on different time schedules and all that other good stuff. Let's see. I gotta go back up. Y'all wrote a lot. Hold on. Or I was talking for a long time, which does that. So let's see. Sky You said this isn't the only time I've worked on this. I just finished them doing this. Oh, got you, got you. You know, I was feeling really bad. So I'm like, Aphrodite, you suck. No, I think it's amazing some of the stuff that people get done. Like Elena, that girl can whip through an entire book in like 2 weeks. I ain't got them kind of skills. Let's see, Stewie. I saw that your first book was 108K. Is that the one that's out now? Is 108? I think mine is shit. I had it memorized. Mine is like around 87, so it's a little bit under 87 grand. So you do 5 drafts of your first. You did 5 drafts of the first book, then you send it to your alphas. Yeah, my poor alpha. I like kill her. I mean, I literally send her a chapter at a time as I go. But she's really good and really quick too, and really sharp. Like she catches nuances. Like it's almost like you only read chapter 3. How can you know that something is amiss when you don't even have chapter 6 yet to figure it out? I mean, she's good. Let's see. Send off your beta after the 3rd draft, and then your editor at 4. Cool. Sky. You missed the last sprint. Oh. Good night. I probably missed you. You're probably already gone. I'm sorry. Good night. Okay, so the one that's actually coming out, the one with the gorgeous cover, Stewie, that's the one. Okay, gotcha. All right. So, anybody else chime in on that when you get a second? I want to go into this next one now because it's 10:02. So let's just go to 10:22 and get all the words in. Let's do it. Let's do or whatever you're doing. Oh, well, you're just in time, Stephen. We're getting ready to do the last sprint. 10:22. Let's make it 10:23 since I'm still talking. And read in the description what the questions were, and you can answer the questions in the chat while we're going. Okay, bud. And let me put this out real quick. I mean, y'all can type while I'm talking. Anybody that wants to get on with us next week is going to be on DL's channel next week. If you want to get on with us, just let us know. Just hit us up in the Facebook group if you're in there. If not, find us on social media and send us a message. Would love to have you. The more the merrier. Then you don't have to have me huffing and puffing and going on about my madness. All right, guys. See you in a few. See you in 20. Okay, everybody, that's time. I swear that felt like it was like 5 minutes and not 20. How'd everybody do? And while you're letting me know how you did, don't forget to like the video. Oh my goodness. I I don't know. I still think I only got like 4 or 5 pages. 24. No, I did 5. So damn, and I'm finding dumb mistakes. I just can't get over this. And it's thank goodness they're literally easy mistakes to fix. Like, I swear to you, capitalization. I found a capitalization mistake. And I bet you $1,000,000 it wasn't even a typo. I bet you I did it thinking I was right until I read it. But this is the last. There's only 3 chapters left. It seems like it's a lot because I had to make the font like 24 to be able to read it on the page. But I'll be able to get that done tonight, and I'll probably will torture myself with one more pass while I'm waiting for the other proofers to get back to me. Because what I did was that particular version I sent to my betas who are already familiar with the story, not worrying about what they had to do and all this other stuff, and just literally going and looking for mistakes. So I'm having a contest, and I'm going competing against them. So if they find more mistakes than I find, they'll win. And then of course they're competing with each other to see who gets the most. And I have this great, I can't say what it is. I have a great gift for who finds the most. I'm still hoping it's me that finds the most, but whoever finds the most after me, if it is me, will be the one who wins. Okay, let me check the chat. Stewie, 448 words. Amazing. Sarah, you finished editing the video, but you still have to finish graphics before you go to bed. Girl, I'm going to finish editing before I go to bed. One of them. But that's it. I'm not even doing anything else, and I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I'm supposed to go to a production meeting because I'm shooting a short film, and I'm thinking about postponing it to an undetermined date, to when I know I can handle the shoot, because my shoots are literally only like a weekend or so, 2 weekends at the most. And because I'm directing, the writing part I can sit and do, as long as even with that, I still need to be mindful of just taking care of me. But on set, that's a hell of a different world. That's adrenaline from start to finish, from 5 in the morning till midnight, and then come back and do it again, kind of thing. There's no way I can do that anytime soon. So, and I don't want to pass, because I could let my assistant director, who is fucking awesome. He's just incredible. I hope I didn't disappear. Because can you guys still hear me and see me? Because my computer just started going crazy. But anyway, he's awesome, and I could just let him direct it. But I know me. There's no way I'll sit there and go through that, and I'll see some shit and like, well, hold up, no. I'm a trip when I'm on set. So let's see. Cassie, 1457 for the night. Yes, you are the queen. Okay, yeah, so you can hear me. Yeah, I don't know what's going. My computer was the second computer ever built. So the fact that it still does anything is amazing to me. But it's It's dying. I need to really, invest in a new computer and let old Bessie have some peace. She's been with me for a while. I really, really wanted to do another sprint tonight, but I'm not going to push myself. I need to go and lay down for a little while and not think, concentrate on breath, that sort of thing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed being just stuck with me with, no partner to bounce off of. And I don't know what the theme is going to be next week, but I think DL says something about world building because she loves world building, and since 99% of what she writes is fantasy based, world building is a heavy thing with her. I do the majority of my stuff is paranormal fantasy as well, but I tend to do not so much create new worlds, but just parts like in Harry Potter, everybody's still in this world, so to speak, but then they just have a little side thing that other people don't necessarily know about. I tend to gravitate towards that a wee bit. So I don't have lots and lots of stuff where I have to do that. I do have one series. No, fuck. I have two now. Because I decided to drop. Oh, fuck. No, I'm wrong again. I have three. But one is easier. So let's pretend like that one doesn't exist. I have two that are heavy for world building. And once I finished dumping with that, I didn't even go to outline. I went into the Bible and I started creating all the stuff that I need to not mess up on. And it has taken me forever. I think for the BDM series, which is the only YA, by the way, I've ever written, is I've been working on that for like 7 months, and there's not anything written outside of notes. Oh God, I wish y'all could see my wall. I'm gonna try to show you it. Bear with. Don't look too hard at the studio because it's a hot ass mess. But can you see? I don't know if it's. Wait a minute. If it's showing everything. Come on, hurry up. See, I'm on a delay, so I can't tell if it did it yet. Come on. That wall is full of the notes for the BDM series. So, yeah, so there's that. And there's more to it than that. That's just the stuff that comes to me at a whim, and then I'm like, oh shit, note, put it up on the wall, note, put it up on the wall, note, put it up on the wall. But the majority of that stuff is in my what do you call it? Are in notebooks and files on the computer, that sort of thing. So, but that's the only YA I have, and then I have one that's currently titled Jen. I don't know what it will be called, and that is what I like to call a side-by-side world, but it has a lot of mythology, a lot of mythos that I have to make sure I get right. So world building for that one. Let's see, chat. And that's just one wall. Like my entire, with the exception of the wall that's immediately next to me, and I use that for like my Kanban stuff, my scheduling. Every wall in this room is covered with a different book. So let's see, Stuart, yeah, you like the world building. See, the DLs, it's them DLs. They like the world building. I love world building, but I am not, I don't want to say not good at it. I'm not quick at it. Like I will bet that there's a better way to do it than I've been doing it, because my roundabout getting it done way is taking me forever. But I don't mind, because I don't need to be writing those stories anyway. I need to be finishing the ones that are in order. And I am good at following my own schedule. So, but I can't wait to introduce these characters to people. Not introduce them, I have introduced them. I can't wait for people to read these stories. Oh my God. I don't even know why my brain came up with that particular one that I just showed you on the wall, but it is massive. It is massive. But again, I think the reason why it's also hard for me is because it is YA, and I really do prefer writing adult books. And by adult, I don't mean sex books, even though I enjoy writing those too. I mean, like new adult or adult. I'm not into young adult as far as writing. I'm into young adult as far as reading, but and watching movies and such, but not for me to write, if you know what I mean. So let's see. Great Friday. I feel called out because my initials are also DL. See, it's a cult. It's a DL cult. It's something about you DLs when the D's and the L's. Oh my God, you guys just gave me another idea. But see, and you world building. So okay, DLs. And when Danny gets on too next week, y'all, I need some advice, because I am telling you, I'm driving me crazy, as you could probably see by the notes on the wall. And there are notes that fell onto the floor that I got to put back on the wall. And I'm running out of wall. So yeah, y'all, I need everybody, all the cult members of the World Building DL. What, I don't know what y'all call yourself yet, but y'all, to help me out. I am an AHL, so I have an L. Therefore, as a sub member, you have to help me. You're obligated. sub. I have an L. I'm just claiming it. Damn, I actually don't. I have a D. Wait, hold up. I can get in on a technicality, because my close friends call me Dighty. They don't call me Aphrodite. They just call me Dighty. That makes me Dighty Lee. That makes me DL. Damn it. I am in the cult. You have to help me now. So before I sit here and work myself up about purposely joining a cult, which I am all down for, a world building cult. I'm just saying. I'm gonna get off and go do some work. Let's see, wait a minute. We need a group chat. What? I'd be down. See, I'm thinking that the DL World Building Cult of Altitude Enthusiasts needs to happen. I say that, y'all, the original DLs, oh my God, the OG DLs need to get together and form it, get the rules and shit, and then hit the rest of us technicality DLs up so we can do this. But I really do need some tips, if you have any, on world building. I do world build. It's just, I feel like it takes me a million years to do what it doesn't take everybody else a million years to do. So I know I'm doing something a little wrong. Let's see. We'll iron this out on the next line. I'm hoping that this goes down. This has to go down. As an unofficial technicality DL. Okay? All right, my friends. I really should go rest and not push, but now I'm so excited and I'm kind of happy, and I'm glad I was able to do this tonight, and I'm glad that you were able to bear with me and my huffing and my puffing and my cray. And see you next week. If it'll most likely be on DL Tillery's channel, but if it's not, we'll be back here with me, one of us. So we'll make it happen. And while we have the 7 days, I expect the cult to be in full force by then. Hey, that would be great. If you can join us next week, that'll be great. Or join me or join her. Depends on who's doing what and who feels good. If I'm still moving at this pace, I should be okay. So good night, everybody. Love your tribe. Yes. Good night. Wait a minute. I see more now. Yes, I'm going to get better. That's what I'm definitely going to probably won't see me that much online either for this week because I really want to get into doing what I need to do. So, and not push. I mean, not do anything. So I might lurk, but I won't be participating in much. All right, my lovelies. Thanks for hanging with me. I feel so honored. I do. I really do. And I'm so glad to be able to do this tonight. Bye-bye.